Hello, and welcome to this episode of Apex to Oval. I'm your host, Alex. That is Jack. And let's get into it. We got some F1, some NASCAR, some IMSA, kinda. Let's get into it fully. Now we're officially going to get into it. F1, we always start with our news stories, then we go to our recap, and then we go to our predictions. Max Verstappen's camp have reportedly approached McLaren for contract talks. Now, this could be big. Question is, if he does sign with McLaren, who are they replacing? Because I'm 90% sure both of their drivers are on long-term contracts beyond next year. So, who would they even get rid of? For the World Championship or the one with more potential?
I mean, there have already been rumors of Piastri looking for other opportunities, so I'd have to imagine it would be him. But
Fair. Fair. But that would be interesting. That would actually probably shut up all the Lando fanboys.
because I think Piastri has actually been interested in Red Bull.
Yes. Yeah. That was a lot of rumors. There was a lot of rumors last year of him going
Even
to
this
Red
year.
Bull.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any this year. I just know last year there's a ton of stuff that came out. It was like Piastri interested in Red Bull. We'll
But
see. That'll be interesting
um,
though.
the funniest part of all this to me, and obviously it's like, okay, got to see what your options are, got to see what the market looks like, talk to the contenders. Would Toto Wolff just like kill himself?
Yeah.
Like if Max left Red Bull and didn't go to Mercedes, I think Toto Wolff would be despondent. I think that he
He
might never recover.
he had a shot, and instead, did George Russell not re-sign long term?
He didn't have a shot. They're still talking to Max. I mean, contracts are only as meaningful as you make them.
Yeah, this is true. This
Any
is this
contract
is
is a
true.
buyout away from being over.
This is true. But interesting. I think Toto Wolff would step down. I think Toto Wolff would just retire. Like how like Edward Snowden like whistle blew and then he like disappeared off the face of the earth to Russia. That's what Toto Wolff is gonna do, but like without the going to Russia. He's just gonna disappear off the face of the earth, and we're never gonna hear from him again. If McLaren get Max and he doesn't,
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
like they're gonna be no like the Toto Wolff editors, the people who make the edits of Toto Wolff, is gonna have zero material for like they're just gonna have stuff from like 10 years ago for like they're getting nothing the rest of their lives. Um, yeah, that would actually kind of be funny though. I actually kind of hope because the McLaren now and not Mercedes, because I think that'd be really funny. And I think that would speak volumes.
Uh, yeah.
Listen, if Lauda was still around, he probably would have gone. Let's be honest. Lauda is the one that got Lewis. He probably could have got Max too.
I feel
Um,
like Max at, like 16 going to like Red Bull is I feel like that was kind of an opportunity that and a level of belief in him that Red Bull put in
yeah.
very early on and have given
Here's the
him good
thing
enough
though.
cars to make it worth staying.
The thing is, Toto Wolff did say, "Oh, I missed on Max, so now I have to give me." He didn't miss on Max. They didn't have a shot at him. They would have never been able to get him. He was Red Bull through and through. They had Bottas, or no, they had Nico. Oh, wait a minute. They did have Nico retired after 2016. No, but Max was already in F1 in 2016, so that wouldn't have mattered. 2015. They would have had to get him in 2015 for 2016. That was not possible. They had Nico and Lewis. They weren't getting Max either way. Total
Mercedes
total
wanted.
total talked out total talk like about Antonelli like, man, we really missed with Max Verstappen. You never had a chance. You had two elite drivers already. You weren't going to get Max Verstappen in the team anyway. And he
What do
wasn't
you
going
mean?
to Williams. Williams was garbage.
No, Toto wanted Max. Max has been Toto's kind of golden goose for a very long time. Toto has wanted Max for very long, and has rued not getting Max for very long.
Yeah, but he
This has
would have
been
never got him to
a
begin
constant
with.
theme
Like
like forever.
it's not like he like was ever going to get him. No, he was going to Red Bull. Mercedes had Nico and Lewis. If Nico didn't retire and it was Nico and Lewis, it's still at Mercedes up until 2021. He wouldn't have been angry about this. It's just because Nico retired and he had Bottas and like then George and he's like, I missed on Max. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't have a shot at him. You were never going to get him. You had two elite drivers. He was never going to go to Williams or at least agree to go to Williams for a year or two. Like, no. Cut the shit. He never had a shot. He talks like he did. He never had a shot.
I don't know
Now,
about that.
giving up on a generational prospect, fair. Was in your youth system. He was a Mercedes driver. He came up through Mercedes. Losing him, sure, that's one thing. But like it's comparing losing Kimi to losing Max when you never had a shot at Max is not. They're not comparable. He could have got Max later in his career, but not at the beginning. Not when he was like what 17. He would have never been able to. They didn't have the driver space, and again, Williams was so garbage they would have never taken him. Max would have been like P13 with Williams minimum or max P13 if not worse. Like it's not. It was never viable. It was never viable. If Williams was 90s Williams, sure, storm at Williams, then go to Mercedes. But like it wasn't like that. I don't like that. I hate that Toto Wolff plays it like he could have got Max Verstappen when he was 16, 17 years old. He would have never been able to. Anyway, your point, Jack?
I think that reality is that you weren't really following at that time. Like it's one thing in hindsight, and it's another thing to know that since 2014, Toto's been talking about missing out on his white whale and Max. Like that this has been a thing for Toto since 2014. That like there were multiple times, even during Lewis's like championship streak, that Toto was trying to bring Max over.
That's different though. When he was talking about Kimmy, he was acting like I've seen the quotes in the context of it. Like he was talking about I couldn't bring Max up, and it's like you would have never been able to because you had two seats filled with two elite drivers. You would have never had that chance. Bringing
Again, a
Kimmy up
contract
is
is only
completely
as good as
separate
you
than
make it.
Max.
But no, all he's talking about there is there's a young driver that he really believes in and that he wants to get. And in one case he didn't, and so now he's like, well, now I have this other young driver I really believe in. I'm not going to roll the dice and let him try to go elsewhere. I'm just going to put him even if I don't know if he's ready.
I think that shows more that he's a snake because he never. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to get into that point. Nope. I'm good.
I'm so confused, but that's okay.
I'm good. No, we're good. We're good.
I mean, this has been, 12 years of Toto Wolff ruining the day.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I do not believe he had a chance at any point up until now. So
Okay. I mean, that
looking
is...
looking back with context, I don't think there was any opportunity to.
Hey, you're welcome to that opinion. Speaking of speculation with drivers, Esteban Ocon, despite himself and Ayo Komatsu both speaking out about all the speculation about Esteban Ocon's role with the team, it's still continuing. And there have been a bunch of candidates that have been talked about as rumored replacements for Esteban. Those include Yuki Tsunoda, those include Kamara, Fornaroli, a handful more of like F2 caliber drivers. This seems to be the big C. I mean, I think we talked about Doohan before. Any thoughts on who you'd want to see there?
Anybody but Yuki Tsunoda. He had his shot, didn't perform. Go to Formula E, go to WEC, earn your stars again. Listen, I think Tsunoda's a fine driver, but listen, I'm sick and tired of bringing back old washed drivers. I love Daniel Ricciardo. Bringing him back to RB, I loved to see it at the time, but looking back at it, you probably could have got somebody else.
So interesting.
But like again, if you they bring in Sonoda, it's a good choice. I'm not going to be mad. It's just I would love to see a younger driver come into F1. Like we've gotten very spoiled the past couple of rookie classes where multiple rookies have come into Formula 1. But like there was so long where like it was the same drivers in Formula 1 and that was that. I don't like that. I want young drivers to have their shot. You know, Frederick, we talked the last podcast about Frederick Vesti. I don't know if it was kept in, but Frederick Vesti, you know, never getting his shot and being 25 and still trying to get into F1. He could have had a shot in his earlier in his career if there were driver openings, but people wanted the same drivers, and I'm kind of sick of it. Let the new talent in. If they don't perform, cool, go to the old reliable. But like you never know, like Kamara or Foronoli could both be better than eons better than Sonoda, and we wouldn't know because they might not make it to F1 because every seat is filled with old people, minus the couple of rookies that have come in the past 2-3 years.
So interesting because Yuki
And then
Tsunoda is still pretty young. He's performed very well, except for obviously the like mid-season shift to Red Bull. But there was a reason that they put him in that seat mid-season after Lawson's explosively bad start. Um, and obviously he didn't perform there, but nobody performs in that second seat. I mean, even now with the team principal and general team approach change, Hajar is still noticeably a couple steps behind Max. But Yuki was excellent for a second team for a while, and Haas is not a second team. Like, unlike like RB, I'd see the argument, okay, shuffle new guys in. There's no reason to keep Sonoda when you've already tried him out, you've decided to go a different direction, so now it's Arvid's time. But Haas is in the business of trying to compete, trying to improve as a team, and trying to win races. And I don't necessarily see a complete unknown without much prospect pedigree, so to speak, being a better option for them than someone like Yuki Tsunoda, who has proven to be a good F1 driver. Not just fine, but I mean, he has been for like a mid-pack to towards the back team has been a really strong driver, where none of these other guys have really been all that impressive, dare I say, as prospects. They're not exactly forcing the issue to try to get them into F1.
I don't know. I'd rather like I don't know. I might like.
That's great and all, but there are a bunch of guys I would say that before I would say that for Yuki Tsunoda, who's still relatively young and who performed well despite being relegated to a sister team, and all of the implications, strategy-wise, equipment-wise, that come with that. There's the Nico Hulkenbergs of the world. There's the Lance Strolls of the world. There's, you could argue, the Esteban Ocons of the world. There are a lot of drivers on the current grid that I think that would apply to well before it would apply to them. Certainly the Valtteries of the world, the way that he's driven this year. Oof.
Yeah, but like the other thing about that is like with the Cadillac that they need the experienced drivers because they need the help with the car. Like Haas does need help with the car, but also they need fast drivers because Ocon's not fast. He's just eh. Behrman is fast. They need another fast driver on top of that. I don't, to be honest, I don't know if Yuki could be that fast driver.
Interesting.
I don't know. Um, but again, I would rather see a rookie in there than Yuki. Again, if the rookie performs bad, screw it. Put Yuki in there. But like, I didn't really see that much from when he actually had competition at RB. Like Hajar was kind of on par with him a little bit, if not a little worse, and like that doesn't really give you much hope that Tsunoda will do well at Haas, who are considerably slower than RB is. So, the Spanish Grand Prix was this past week. Or not Spanish Grand Prix, sorry, the Austrian Grand Prix. I forgot to change that. The Austrian Grand Prix was this past week. Um, some interesting moves by Ferrari. Kind of screwed them over. Screwed Lewis over. I believe he's outperforming Charles 6-2 in race results. That's cool, I guess. But yeah,
There's no world where they're going to play a number one, number two driver gimmick when Charles Leclerc would be relegated to the number two role. If it was old man Lewis Hamilton struggling, then maybe they make him the number two. But there is no world where Charles becomes a number two unless it is to win the championship. In the way that McLaren only did it last year when it was Norris or Verstappen for the championship and Piastri was out of the conversation.
he was never out of the conversation.
The last race of the season, Norris would have been team ordered to pass Piastri, and that was a clear understanding if he needed that one position to stay ahead of Max and win the championship.
Okay.
And it was quite literally the last race of the season was the only time that they would ever pull something like that. That's what I'm saying. Is that, like, yes, it was never the case until quite literally it was the championship. Because, yeah, Charles Leclerc is... he is historically too good and too important to Ferrari, and they just reinvested in him and blah, 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 even if every sign points to the fact that Lewis is much better with these cars and should probably get prioritized.
Yeah. Yeah. Tire deck is garbage, though. They need to change that real quick, because that...
They keep
they
making upgrades, and they keep talking up their upgrades. The power unit almost looked worse this weekend relative to the other teams versus how they performed in, like, Barcelona. And then their tire deck is still brutal. Like, they needed a 3-stop. You know, Lewis took a 3-stop. Charles ended up taking a 3rd stop for no real reason, just because his tires were dead, and he just didn't want to drive on them after losing all those positions. Like, brutal tire deck. At some point, what are they doing? They're making all these upgrades, and it almost feels like they're getting worse in some cases. Obviously, we're coming right off of Lewis winning a race in Barcelona. But, I don't know. It feels like the first while in the season, they were the clear-cut number 2 car, and then in the last few weeks, obviously Barcelona aside, other teams have started to creep up where Ferrari almost feels like their warts are starting to show more than they did early on when it was just, oh wow, Mercedes is dominant, but Ferrari still looks like a weapon.
That's the Ferrari way, though. No, getting worse throughout the season. You know, looking good beginning of the season, and as the season goes on, slowly progressing into dog. And then, you know, you just wonder, like, if just something changed, you know, what would happen?
Yeah,
that is the Ferrari way.
It is the Ferrari way. Hamilton called it a reality check. Meanwhile, you have, like, Toto Wolff is speculating that Ferrari is going to be running close to the cost cap because they've been bringing an unsustainable amount of upgrades. And this is the result, like, this weekend. And obviously the heat plays a role, and probably their car is, with the tire deck issues, with the power unit deficit, I don't think their car is exactly designed for a very hot weekend like this, but...
I think that Formula One should have a calendar of cool weather races. Like, no more hot weather races or warm weather races. Just cool or cold weather races. Because
every race is Las Vegas.
Yeah. Like...
By that I mean the middle of the night, not in Las Vegas every time.
I don't think Charles or Lewis would complain, though, if it was in Las Vegas every time. They've done pretty well there. They've done pretty well. But Yeah, every race is a night race. Nothing in very warm climate countries. Nothing in the Middle East. No Australia. No Miami. Uh, I think that would be it. No,
So far,
no.
I'm fine with
You
all
know what?
this.
No more summer races either. No more summer races. Everything
F1
is
is now
in.
a winter sport.
It's a winter sport. There's a race every 2 days for. So every 2 days. So there's a race Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for
Yeah.
uh basically 8 weeks. 8 weeks. There's 3 races a week for 8 weeks, all through the winter, and that decides the championship. That might be the only way Ferrari can win anything anymore.
You're you're putting F1 on like a D3 college basketball calendar.
Yes. At this point,
uh,
I don't think they could beat a D3 basketball team anyway. So,
well, that's true. I
um,
mean, the average driver is really short.
this
Um,
is true,
I look.
especially Ferrari.
I'm
Like
not gonna
Lewis is
Stephen A.
five
Smith
seven.
it and say that these guys aren't athletes because they are athletes.
Yeah,
But at
they
some point, to play basketball, you got to be taller than a small child.
are. Holy shiitake mushrooms! Oh my god! You know what? And on that, let's move on to the next point. Red Bull's upgrades are better than ever, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Max was, and you know it's going to happen at the Red Bull Ring. Max didn't win. Womp womp. Pick wrong. Womp womp. But Red Bull closed the gap. Max was genuinely competitive with the Mercedes. He just happened to crash in qualifying and never quite overcame that. He was still chasing down George Russell, who was the eventual winner of the race by the end. The announcers were saying that both Max and Kimi probably believed that if the race was like 5 laps longer, they could have won,
yeah,
which is kind of true. But George was also managing it quite well, which part of it is that you know that the race isn't that much longer, so George has the leeway to manage the way that he was. We kind of saw a similar thing in the NASCAR race, actually, speaking of managing it to the race length. But still, Verstappen able to compete with Mercedes at a track that, until this part of the year, would really be a place where they struggle. A combination of very high speeds, very harsh braking zones, where that grossly overweight Red Bull car would really have struggled at the beginning of the year. And I don't know, a sign that I think that Max is too far out to really think about a championship run, obviously, unless some crazy stuff goes down. But a sign that Max might be competing for wins for the balance of the season, which could make things interesting.
yeah. And then also my pick, Kimi Antonelli, ended up paying the price for being an ethical race car driver in qualifying. There was a yellow Max when Max crashed. There was a yellow flag. Kimi aborted the lap because he thought it was a double yellow. George went by just fine. He lifted. Though I'm sorry, there's no way he lost 3/10 on that lap and lifted. I do not believe. I don't know the onboard. I don't know. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch quali. But I did see the highlights afterward, and I'm thinking in my head like, is their car really that fast that this man can fully lift into that corner and only lose 3/10 and still take pole? Unbelievable what they've built, because that doesn't seem real. But I'm not, by the way, I'm not saying that George didn't lift. I'm just saying that Mercedes car is unbelievable because since he did lift and still lost that time, that's unbelievable. Um, but yeah, Kimi, yeah, didn't lift or he aborted the lap and qualified like what, fourth, something like that, third, whatever. And then yeah, I mean, did well in the race, but obviously didn't have a qualifying to match it. And then there was a whole thing about like, oh, did George lift? Oh, were there double yellow flags? And it's like, no, the FIA's system for yellow flags was too slow and only provide a single yellow. And then like 10 seconds later, provided the double yellow after both Kimi and George went by.
And
Is that safe?
even with that,
No,
there
but
was controversy over how George handled it, which
yeah,
it can go into.
yeah.
But it was a mess all around. Because you're right that the FIA did a pretty bad job with throwing the yellow. It seemed very convenient that they tried to let at least George finish that qualifying lap. For what it's worth, George did technically lift for the yellow flag. All of 90 meters before he would have anyway going into that corner. The trace ended up looking very similar to a typical lap. He just lifted, a football field's worth before he would have, which in F1 terms really isn't all that much. And then by the time he even got close to where Max's car was beached, he was just back on the throttle. Like he thought that it was green flags again, just go, go, go. Which is legal, technically. I mean, the way that he handled it was technically legal, but it also wasn't maybe not what you want from a safety perspective. And obviously George then improved when, kind of did technically lift, but really in a way that minimally affected his lap versus Kimi and a lot of other people who may have been improving, lifting more substantially, which is what you want from a safety perspective and paying the price for it.
Can I just say this precedent was already set last year or 2 years ago in Brazil.
Elaborate.
2 years, I believe it was 2 years ago. I believe it was when Max came back from 17th on the grid. So that was 2 years ago. In Brazil, Lance Stroll crashed. Lando goes by, Oscar goes by. They let both of them finish their laps. They finish like first and second or whatever. Max doesn't get to finish his lap. Red flags after they let like 3 or 4 drivers finish their laps. The precedent was already set. What they should have actually done was just red flag it, because having a driver beached in that corner is a bit not okay. But they didn't. They just yellowed it, single yellowed, and didn't even double yellow, because if it was a double yellow, the lap would have got deleted. George's lap would have got deleted. But because it was a single yellow, it was fine, I guess. So maybe they're very inconsistent. The FIA suck at their jobs.
This
so
is
inconsistent.
Objectively true.
Like they need NASCAR has a precedent. If a driver spins or crashes, you throw the caution. Right? This is objectively true.
There's been some debate over that and how they handle it lately, but yes.
Objectively, if a driver crashes or spins, you throw the caution. Yes. F1, you can have a driver smack another driver, both of them flip 30 times and land in the stands, and they still will throw a single yellow. It's gross. If a driver crashes and they cannot get out, throw the red flag, especially in an area like that where very well George could have missed the corner and went right into Max. Like, it was very in line if George went offline.
Which is a big if, but yeah.
It is a big if, but if driver safety is such a big thing for the FIA, they realistically should have done that. Yeah, all we've seen is that they don't care about driver safety.
I don't know if don't care is necessarily fair, but it's not far off. They could do a whole lot better with stuff like that. And I get that they don't want it to be controversial and they don't want to ruin qualifying and whatever other reasons. Because they're less afraid to throw it in like a practice session or something like that. But suddenly there are actual consequences and safety becomes second to the product in some cases. And that is really frustrating.
I would like to throw my hat in for the FIA president bid. I actually like the drivers, and I will protect them with all my life. There will be severe removals of people in the FIA who have caused this discrepancy in safety. and I will be replacing them with literally nobody. I will do their jobs. Everything will be decided by me, but it'll be fair.
Unfortunately, instead of that, they voted to remove term limits and make MBS God Emperor of F1 for life. So,
This
yay?
is no. This is absolutely not. Genuinely, the FIA might be more corrupt than FIFA.
No.
Listen.
Not even close.
Listen.
Not even close.
Okay, what about the NBA?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll take the NBA. I'll be more corrupt. I'll take more corrupt than the NBA. All right. To be fair,
I was like,
most
last I checked,
sports
I don't think the FIA gave a BS Peace Prize to Trump.
they're thinking about it though. He might be buddies with Trump. Be whatever the guy the
you know
president
what?
is.
If it happens, and if a million other corruption scandals happen in the next couple of years, then maybe they'll have a shot. You know, maybe in a few years' time, I'll be like, okay, FIA, okay,
Hey,
you're picking up on what FIFA's been up to.
Do you want to put in a bid for this F1 for this track to be an F1 track? How about you pay me and my friends? How about that? You know, how about that? My God. Anyway, I had Kimmy. Jack had said he had Max. None of us got it. The British Grand Prix is this week though, and you know who is British and good this year?
Lando Norris.
No, George Russell. So I got George. Now my pick would have gotten my pick already got picked. So
yeah, take that. I got Lewis. It always feels like he brings something special to Silverstone, just himself. I wasn't going to pick him because of how the Ferrari looked in the heat in Austria. And how it felt like McLaren and Red Bull had really closed the gap there, and how it's the kind of track that feels faster, that feels like it wouldn't suit the Ferrari necessarily. But then I saw that Max was talking about how he raced Silverstone in the sim and quote unquote left because it drives so differently, because it's a track that doesn't have a lot of harvesting opportunities naturally. And so it's one that you really have to race to the battery and really manage the engine. And that feels like something where Lewis Hamilton is so in tune with this car so far, with this reg set, in a way that some other drivers haven't been, where I feel like that racing style alone throws the ball back enough in Lewis's court for his magic at Silverstone to make a difference. And so I picked him before Alex got here. Although, to be fair, I did wait up before I made that pick a little bit, but
yeah. So for the people watching, I texted Jack at like 6, a little after.
I
6.
was asleep.
I texted Jack a little after 6, being like, "Hey, are we still having pod tonight? We're filming this on Monday, the 29th. Are we still gonna have pod today? 7:00? Question mark." And he goes, "Yeah," but at like 7:12, and I was like, "Oh."
To be fair, I was here. I was waiting at 6:57.
Yeah, so
I just didn't see that because I fell asleep with my phone open.
So what ended up happening was I have a video that I'm planning out right now for my personal channel regarding some video games and limited games, but no games.
Carson Hosevar, big fan. Anyway,
big fan of Chicken Sandwich. I'm also a big fan of Chicken Sandwich. Anyway, I spent 5 hours getting a virtual system, virtual whatever, I forget what it's called.
Virtual machine, VM.
Virtual machine, getting it installed with Windows 98 so I can play this damn game. Mind you, I have never in my life, I definitely use Windows 7 probably. Actually, maybe not. But anything below Windows 7, I can almost guarantee you I have no experience with. And it was a pain in the ass to set up. Hence why it took 5 hours, even with YouTube videos and tutorials that I looked up. got the game running at like 6:30. So we're chilling now. I have the game and it runs. But my God, was it a pain in the ass. So I didn't fill out the sheet. So if this sheet is awful, just know it was Jack's fault.
Aw,
As we go into that,
me, bus.
we have the NASCAR segment with starting out with the in-season tournament. Now
Yes.
there were some upsets.
Yeah,
There were
most
some
notably,
upsets.
the 1 seed once again lost. Tyler Reddick had some issues, went multiple laps down, was never able to recover. Alex Bowman, to his credit, actually had a really good race and
Yes.
advanced.
Yes, he did. And that's very nice for him. Now there was something also that happened, I believe, with that finish by Reddick, but we will also get into that later. Cindric beat Keselowski. They're the 16 and 17 seed. Gilliland beat Suarez, and Hocevar obviously beat Zane Smith.
Which, might I add, impressive for Todd Gilliland. Daniel Suarez is a good road course driver in a better Spire car than that front row car.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Yeah. Briscoe obviously beat Allmendinger. Gibbs obviously beat Dillon.
Wait,
McDowell obviously beat Bubba.
what do you mean obviously beat Allmendinger? I guess Briscoe has been good on the road courses, but Allmendinger is like a winner. He's a road course ringer historically. He's very good on these kind of tracks.
Briscoe is in a JGR car.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
That didn't help Denny.
Denny made it out. So, and Denny would have probably finished top 10 if it weren't for the incident. Elliott beat Gregson, obviously. Blaney obviously beat Barry. Priest got dogged by Gisbergen. Larson sadly beat Herbst. Byron beat Stenhouse, obviously. Bell beat Chastain. Busher beat Nemchek. Jones beat Logano. And Hamlin did beat Ty Dillon. So he is into the second round for the first time in his career in the in-season tournament. Granted, it was only a thing. It only started last year. But for the first time, Denny Hamlin has made it out of the first round.
Mind you, Denny choked. Denny spun. Denny was in the back of the field.
Denny didn't choke. Denny got dumped. Say it right.
Denny choked. Denny spun.
No.
Denny was in the back of the field. The only reason that Denny is advancing here is because Ty Dillon's power steering broke. And Ty Dillon ended up finishing second to last.
Second
Which
to last,
is,
only to Reddick.
Oh, boy.
Denny's just cracked. He pulled through. He threw a ninja star into Ty Dillon's power steering line, and that's why it broke.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
built different. He sabotaged him, but like on track.
Maybe not a ninja star. Maybe he went to the Liam Lawson School of Driving and kicked up a rock that went right into the
Yeah, probably. But our matchups for the round, the second round, but it's there's like 16 drivers. This is the round of 16. Bowman is facing Cindric. Who do you have?
Honestly, Bowman. Pretty sure he's the reigning Chicagoland winner.
Uh-oh. All right. Do I smell points comeback? Is he gonna make the top 16 now? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Gilliland is facing Hocevar. I got Hocevar. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's
I'm with you
Hocevar
there.
and it's an oval. I got. Shoot me on this one. I got Gibbs over Briscoe.
You know what? I think we'll find out.
I think Gibbs has been damn good this season. I think he puts in another masterclass. I think he takes home that win there and goes on to the next round. Then it's McDowell and Elliott, and I have Elliott because sorry, Michael McDowell, this is no longer road course territory for you. That's the
I'm
left
good with
side.
that.
On the right side, I have Denny Hamlin over Eric Jones. Again, we're on an oval. It's Denny Hamlin. He's most likely going to win. It's just, yeah.
Sure.
Then I have Seabell over Busher, although I would love to give it to Busher. Seabell's just in the better car, um, which is why it gives him that edge. In the fourth down, I have Byron over Larson. And I
Hmm.
know, I know, I know some things we're going to talk about later are not in favor of that choice, but I got Byron with the upset over Larson. Shoot me.
I got Larson
Or
here kind
don't.
of by default.
Yeah.
Um, but I also feel like this is one of those tracks that Larson's pretty good at. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Byron's also, I mean, Byron's pretty good everywhere. So,
Yeah, Byron's.
it only takes one issue for something to happen, right? I mean, I don't think either of us expected Tyler Reddick to be the last place finisher this week, right? So,
Yeah. And then I got Blaney over Gisbergen as the final round of 16.
yeah, I mean,
We're
SVG's
in oval
gotten
territory.
better. SVG has gotten better at the ovals. I don't know
Yes.
if he's gotten Blaney good.
No. But here's the thing: Blaney isn't a Ford, and the Fords do suck this year. Oh wait, no.
So does Trackhouse.
Are they not Chevy?
Well, Trackhouse is Chevy, yes, but the Trackhouse cars have looked a step behind the other Chevy organizations at least non-road courses this year.
To be fair, SVG hasn't really looked that much behind the rest of the Chevys.
No, but
He's
Chastain looks like a bum.
Yeah, but that's because they neutered him a couple years ago, and he's been going downhill ever since.
They cut his balls off?
Yeah, they had to
Oh,
because he was Carson Hocevar, and it was too early for people. He was the Carson Hocevar before Carson Hocevar, and Hendricks got mad because Chastain was bullying his drivers and neutered him. And now
wow.
Chastain is kind of a shell of his former self, but he's still good. He's just not, he's not the Chastain that came to prominence.
True.
Please come
A
back,
shame.
Chastain. Please come back. Actually, though, Chastain, please come back. Oh, we miss you. We
Somewhere
need
in
you
there
to.
is the
You need to
Melon
come
Man we
home.
know and love.
Yeah. Where's the Coke 600, Melon Man? Man, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, that's the end season 20. That's your little
Yeah.
update. Yeah, I don't know. That's your update. Um,
Legacy Motor Club is headed to Flavortown.
listen, you know who else is headed to Flavortown?
Uh-oh. Who?
I don't know. I was hoping you would have the answer to that. Damn.
Ah.
But yeah, Guy Fieri is the latest co-owner of Legacy Motor Club. I think Trackhouse should bring back Pitbull.
I mean, it did feel like for a while, it felt like we had a cycle of all these people investing in NASCAR. And then
Yeah.
it felt like that all died out. And then out of nowhere, Guy Fieri, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we could convince him to come back. Pitbull,
What?
that is.
Oh, Pitbull. Okay, I was like Guy Fieri. I don't want to watch him on TV. I'm not gonna lie, but I'd love for him to invest in Legacy. Yeah, maybe we could, and maybe what we do is we have Pitbull perform the halftime of every single race. So you know how like there's stage breaks. There's just one singular stage break in the middle of the race, and it's 30 minutes. And in the middle, in the oval, we have a stage set up for Pitbull, and he just performs.
Counterpoint. 2 stage breaks, 2 Pitbull concerts, all the drivers mandatory bald caps.
In the mosh pit, they have to be in the mosh pit.
Yeah, they get out of their cars, they put on the Pitbull concert fit of a suit and a bald cap,
Yep.
and they are going bananas.
And
in
then
the infield.
as
All the
soon
drivers.
as the purge alarm announces, they have to run back to their cars and get in and start
Yes.
racing immediately.
True.
And then, or better option, if it's a 300 lap race, you have 299 stage breaks, and each stage break is a 30-minute Pitbull concert, and the race is like 3 weeks long.
After every lap, PitBull plays hotel room service, and by the end of the race, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn is seared into everyone's brain.
Yes. I think they need to bring back Pitbull, and they need to make him, like the Bruno Mars concert with like the contract in Vegas. How like he gambled so much money, he's just doing concerts in Vegas for like 3 years, or for like 5 years. Like they won't let him leave Vegas because he owes them so much money, and they get the money back with the concerts. Allegedly, this is all alleged.
Lock PitBull at Chicagoland and don't let him leave.
Yeah, no, you just like bring Pitbull from track to track, and he does like halftime performances.
I'm here for it.
I would personally sell my kidney so I can go to all the races and have a live Pitbull concert every time.
Alex, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if your kidney is worth enough to be able to get to all the races.
My kidney is pristine.
All right, I stand
grade
corrected.
A kidney. Grade A kidney. Now, with that being said,
you're right.
I can't have somebody be taking my kidney unless it's me selling it, because I need to sell one, and I have to have a kidney so I can drink alcohol. But
that's the only reason.
Oh, is that the liver? Is it the liver or the kidney that does the alcohol?
I think the liver is what you're going for, but also
okay, I can still that.
I think you need the kidney for many reasons.
Well, don't you have two? No, one kidney.
Well, yes, you have two, and you can get by with one.
So I can sell a kidney.
Yes.
To get NASCAR tickets for a season.
Not sure it's worth that much, but you know what? You're right. Your kidney is a particularly excellent kidney.
Thank you.
Don't ask how I know. And it will, especially with fuel prices dropping, it will definitely be able to fund that.
Have you taken my kidney when we had sleepovers as kids? Is that why you're saying that? Have you already sold my kidney?
So
is that why there's a scar? Is that why there's a scar right there?
It very well could be. That could be why there's a scar on your left, like on the left side of your abdomen. It is very possible, but I will neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. If I sold you my other kidney, would you confirm or deny?
I think, unfortunately, the confirmation would involve something along the lines of attending your funeral.
But then you can sell the other kidney, and go to another season of NASCAR races.
Wait, then I get to go to NASCAR. Let's go!
In my honor. You go to all the NASCAR races.
Let's go!
Anyway, that's that.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know either. This is great, though. I love this. Because then I can cut this up and make it into a clip. Oh my god, this is amazing. I normally suck at making clips for this pod because we only talk about the necessary shit. We need to go on more tangents. Genuinely for the clips. Clip farming and how people don't like it. We need to clip farm on this podcast because I need things to upload. Anyway,
we don't do enough clickbait and clip farming.
Oh no!
Listen. Differentiate those words. Apparently,
you say we don't do enough clickbaiting. I will start clickbaiting. I will do it. I'll do it anyway. Sonoma, SVG, the GOAT, ties Tony Stewart in road course wins. One away from tying Jeff Gordon as the most all time. And there is one road course left, and it's the Roval.
Well, no, right?
Oh fuck! Wait a minute. They took it off last minute. Damn it!
I can't believe they're sabotaging our guy.
Dude, we're going to have to wait till next season. Oh my god. NASCAR!
Oh my god.
We need road courses the rest of the season just for SVG.
That's what I'm saying. Let's shift Indy. I know that we had the Brickyard 400. We shifted it to the road course. We're back at the Brickyard 400. No. Road course.
Yep. Every track needs a mandatory road course. We're going to expand the season from 36 races to 72. And then some weekends there'll be 2 races in the Cup to balance out, because there's not 60, there's not 72 weeks in a year. We need it throughout the year. So NASCAR's going to go from January 1st all the way to December 31st. And it's going to be strictly racing every week. There's going to be no breaks. They're never going to see their families. They're never going to see their children. They're never going to have time to go see their friends. They're just going to have time to travel and race. and I recommend we make Talladega the opening road course of the year.
You know what? As a fan that is not related to, nor friends with, or anything like that, a driver, I think that's the best idea you've ever had.
Thank you. I totally agree with myself 100%. I totally don't think that drivers deserve breaks. Nope, that out the window. Don't deserve breaks. No. You need to race 24/7, 24 hours a day. There will be in middle of the season, we're going to have a racing marathon. You know how like streamers have like subathons? We're going to
Isn't
have
that just the Coke
raceathons.
600?
No, because listen, we're going to have a subathon where teams get unlimited tires. It's gonna be like the 24 hours of Le Mans, but like NASCAR, like fans get to sub. Like
They race until they
onto,
run out of sponsorship money to pay for the tires and gas.
No, so here's the other thing: we're gonna go on Twitch. Each team is gonna stream an in-car camera on Twitch, and just there are like a bunch of different cameras, so that each like team will have like 7 Twitch accounts, and then you can sub for $5. $5? You guys don't have $5? You watch me all day and don't have $5? Anyway, I don't know if you know where that's from, but I love that clip
I know that, but I forget who it's from.
It's just some freaking girl sitting in her chair be like, $5? You don't have $5 to watch me? Dude, just so rude. Anyway, people can spend $5 of their hard-earned cash to sub to the teams on whatever Twitch stream they want, or use their Twitch primes, and they can give subs to other people. It's on Twitch, remember? And for every $5 sent, every gifted sub is another minute that the drivers have, or like another like whatever. We'll figure out the time, but a certain amount of time that the drivers have to keep driving, and the last team standing wins the race.
I like it.
That actually sounds like a banging idea, but like we'd have to get like multiple drivers for these teams.
It's just a some amount more than 24 hours of Daytona.
Chris Wright is like the is the secondary driver for all the teams.
Bro, what if you made it like something like a Penny Wars or whatever, where like if you put in one thing, it like adds to it, and if you put in another, it subtracts. And so there's a way that you could like pay money to sabotage a different team with like a terrible driver.
Oh my god. Yes. That's an even better idea. Like there's like you could like there's like you could have like no you pay like X amount of money. Like you could also do donations and stuff, so you could like do it, but like they have like sub goals and sub not goals. So every like there'll be like a poll. Would you like to send it to the good sub goal or the bad sub goal? And once you hit certain tiers, you get certain things. So like example, one of the like you can make one of the bad ones replace the fuel with Jamba Juice. And then like another bad one could be like you have like if there's rain, you have to drive in the rain. It would be risking some lives, but I mean it would be pure comedy, pure entertainment. We would need them to sign a waiver though. But
dare I say, speaking of risking lives,
yeah.
Connor Zilisch finally made it out of Torture City.
Yeah, this is the one race he did, and we're back to Torture City this week, baby. Hop on this Connor Zilisch train. It's coming.
Connor Zilisch is alive. I think that you need to show both the original meme of like Connor Zilich's face behind the Tumblr post of "Can you take my white ass to Funky Town?"
Wait, I'm sorry. What now?
And then under it, like, "Nope, Torture City again. Come on."
Wait, is that an actual meme, or are you just saying
yes,
do that?
That's an actual thing.
Somebody's made that?
Oh yeah, this has been going around for a while. And then
oh my god, wait, he actually tweeted out I took a oh my god, that's hilarious. I thought you were just saying that.
No, this is an actual thing. And it blew up way beyond any comprehension to the point where Connor Zilisch, top 10. tweets after the race, feels good to finally see Funky Town, P7. And Trackhouse in the replies is like the little like plane emoji, Torture City, arrow, Funky Town.
Yes.
Connor Zilisch made it out. He made it out alive. For 1 week, he gets to no peace and no happiness until he gets sent straight back to Torture City again this week. But that's okay, because our boy is alive.
He could have had a top 5 too. That's the saddest part. He cooked his tires a little bit. Right?
Maybe.
He cooked his tires because he was well in the top 5 with a couple laps to go, and now I'm looking at it. He's in P7. So, I think he might have cooked his tires and fell back.
I was, I'll be honest, at the end of the race, I was a little more focused on the SVG Briscoe and to an extent, Ty Gibbs.
No, there was no to an extent. Nope. Put Ty Gibbs' name in there. Ty Gibbs is in there.
In the dark.
My light's not on.
Okay.
So I have it. I had enough sunlight to have nice natural sunlight, and now the light has gone away, and now I'm in the dark. This also makes it better for my background because I forgot to put up my green screen. Anyway, on to the Xfinity. Oh shoot.
Hang on. Before we talk about a series that shall not be named, Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin were fighting about who would not lead the points. Tyler Reddick had issues, went several laps down, where Denny would have then been in the points lead. Then Denny spun in the back of the field, and suddenly Tyler Reddick would have had the points lead again. And then Denny ended up passing a few cars, and now Denny has the lead by, 1 point?
Yeah. Okay, can we be fair?
Point?
Can we be fair?
Yes.
Can we be fair? Denny got dumped.
But it's funnier if I say that he choked. Actually,
he got dumped. Hocevar went.
Now. Yeah.
Hocevar hit whoever the hell was in front of him, who hit Keselowski, who hit Denny. I blame Hocevar. I'm just kidding. That wasn't actually his fault. They bungee corded it, and Hocevar just got the. Hocevar was getting blamed for that, by the way. Hocevar was getting blamed for that. That's not
his fault.
There's no way that was legitimately. There was no way that was Hocevar's fault. That was genuinely not his fault.
Exists. If Hocevar is alive somewhere, it's his fault.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. No, I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. No, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't his fault. I saw somebody blame Brad Keselowski. Mate, Brad was like, somebody tweeted at Brad, like, dude, why'd you wreck Denny Hamlin? He retweets it and it's like, or quote tweets it, and it's like, I didn't. I got pushed.
Yeah, I saw him quote tweet a video of I don't know, looks like he got hit from behind, as if he was talking about it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes,
yeah,
I got hit from behind. Yes. Sadly, Bubba's now down to P13.
Yeah, but hey, at least he's still within the top 16 and seems to have. Well, he got caught up in wreck, but
yeah,
it seems like he's come out the other side of the truly abysmal streak that he was on. We'll just see how that goes from here on out.
Yeah, and somehow Daniel Suarez is still in the top 10. I don't know how that man is doing it, but give him good equipment and he's able to race.
Guy who's widely expected to be good NASCAR driver is actually still decent NASCAR driver.
This is true. This is true. I'm not gonna lie. With his performance last year at Trackhouse, I was like, damn, he's done. He's cooked. He's gone. And I will say I was wrong. Daniel Suarez, good driver. Good driver. The next year he's going to be bad. I promise you that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's hype cycle, gets a seat, gets support, loses that support. Gets support, performs well, loses that support. Gets support, performs well, gonna lose it again.
I think he just needs to team hop at this point, because eventually he'll just win a championship.
He needs to feel loved and cherished, and he is the center of that team's universe, and he will win.
Are we forgetting that Carson Hocevar is also on that team? He will never be the center of that universe.
Daniel Suarez is the center of everyone's universe.
No.
Daniel Suarez is the sun. It's not the center of the universe,
uh,
but
uh,
no, I mean, I just mean like Daniel Suarez feels, I don't know, wanted and cared for, and people were
happy for
tweeting on his
once.
behalf that it's crazy what happens when they like care or give him an opportunity or whatever. And hopefully he continues to feel supported and continues to perform, because NASCAR is a better sport when more drivers are better.
Yeah. Let's go to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, not the Redacted Series, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, where Shane Vickersberg again wins. Connor Zilisch finishes second, and Anthony Alfredo and Parker Retzlaff have another masterclass. This time, Alfredo doesn't have what's his name? No, not Brent Cruz. Where is it?
Was this Sam Mayer?
Yeah, Sam Mayer to like ruin his day. Again, though, that wasn't really his fault. But Sam Mayer P8, so he finished a race, he finished a road course, and he does well.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Mayer has historically been pretty good on road courses.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alfredo and Retzlaff in Viking cars that are not the fastest started and finished fourth and fifth. Alfredo led 5 laps. Truly a great performance by the both of them. Obviously, road courses are where the drivers can flex their muscles and where the car differences matter a little bit less. And oh my God, are they both good drivers?
Put Alfredo in that 48C next year, and you'll see that he's a great driver.
No way.
But who said that? Who said that? Oh.
All I'm saying is Alfredo, fourth. Allgaier, not fourth.
Stage one. Alfredo won stage one. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
All hail the poopmobile.
My God. Jesus
What?
Christ.
What?
So vulgar.
What? That's what Alfredo said on the radio. He said stage win for the poopmobile.
That's just vulgar.
And Bob Pocker said dude wiped the field in the stage.
That's a banger quote by the Pock. That's a banger quote from Bob
Biggie
Pock.
Bob strikes again.
He actually might be the GOAT. Alfredo up to 16th now.
Oh, hey. Alfredo making a run towards the O'Reilly chase. Could it happen?
Well,
it'll take some effort to get there, but he needs what, inching 12? His way up.
Or is it 14th?
12th, I believe. Fuck. And that's quite a ways away. That is over 100 points back.
Yeah. Listen, the drivers ahead of him aren't like that far off from him though, in terms of like pace.
But it's 5 more races, and he's got to make up 100-something points. It's not going to happen, but that's okay.
So we can get Chris Wright in here, and we can change that real quick.
Yeah, let's just let's take out Taylor Gray and make sure that Sawalich, Caruth, and Sieg are all. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to Raja.
All right, Raja can get. I have a better idea. I have a better idea. We do it to Cruz, Taylor, Sawalich, and Sieg.
I like it. Although Brent Cruz also doesn't deserve that. Maybe Sam Mayer instead.
All right. You know what? Screw it. Just do Allgaier.
I don't think he's been locked into the chase for multiple weeks.
He is locked.
I think before this week, like after the last, or no, maybe it was after this race. The 7 got locked into the owner's chase too. But all that to say, we're talking about Alfredo. Parker Retzlaff, comfortably ahead of his teammate in points. He is 9th in the standings right now with 533. Alfredo is 16th with 379.
Yeah.
Parker Retzlaff just continues to have an incredible season in a car that has no business being that high up the standings.
Dude, he's a good driver, dude. He's a good driver.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah, I had SVG and Zilisch for my picks. Obviously, SVG won the Cup. Zilisch didn't win the O'Reilly, but I had a chance to pick the winner of the O'Reilly, and I said no.
I had McDowell and SVG, and I'm forever grateful that Alex turned me down on my offer because I still got something out of the weekend. McDowell wasn't even the closest contender in the Cup Series. That went to Chase Briscoe, and behind that, Ty Gibbs. But I am fine with that because SVG was off the board, and what can you do?
Mind you, I have one O'Reilly pick correct.
It's okay. You have what, 7 cup picks?
Yeah. But then you have 5 trucks picks.
Okay.
I only have 2.
That's fine.
I've had a down year. It's fine. I'm like Daniel Suarez. You know, a good year last year, down year this year. Next year, I'll have a good year. Predictions for Chicagoland, though, I got Denny and Day.
Why Corey Day?
Fast.
You know what? Fair enough. I have Larson in the Cup Series and Allgaier in O'Reilly. Larson is one of those guys that seems to do well at these bigger, faster tracks. Historically, Larson has come on of late. I think he had the highest average finish in the month of June in the Cup Series. And it just feels like a matter of time until he gets it done again. And this is a good track for him to be able to do it. So went with him here. Allgaier in the O'Reilly series, he just feels like the default pick. I'm not going to lie. I didn't feel very strongly about any driver in particular, so just an Allgaier it is.
Corey Day, one of 3 points getting drivers in the O'Reilly series to have more than 1 win.
You know who else has more than 1 win?
Austin Hill and Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, you know who has 5 wins?
Allgaier. But you asked me why I picked Day. He has more than 1 win.
No, that's true. That's true.
Pretty fast. And then I don't have it in here, but it.
What?
Okay, we're good. No, my monitor died. And now it's back. It's been having some issues. But we have, please, IMSA website. We have IMSA. We have the 20 or not the 24, the 6 hours of the Glen.
Yes, sir.
We have the 6 hours of the Glen banger race, by the way. Banger. Yeah, it was a good race. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to find. I can't find. God damn it. All right, where's Jack Aiken won
With Bamber and Vesti.
Yep. Frederick Vesey
Cadillac.
doing something. Maybe F1 seat coming soon.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
Maybe. And then second was Acura and Kaku
Yes.
Uta, which is I would say a surprise. I would say Acura being up there is a surprise. And then third is Porsche Penske with Lauren
The
Heinrich.
JDC. No, third was the JDC Miller Penske, I thought. Am I wrong?
Says Porsche Penske, Lauren Heinrich.
I swear that's the JDC Miller Penske. Or not Penske, JDC Miller Porsche. Because the Porsche Penskes are Nasser and Estra. And obviously teammates.
With Heinrich.
I am so confused now. What
He
do
is
you mean?
with Heinrich is in, I believe, one of them.
No.
Yeah. What? He has a Porsche Penske suit on.
I'm so confused.
Unless they just didn't update his thing. And I'm just an idiot. Even though I've been watching every race this season. I'm like, okay.
Heinrich shared his number 5 JDC Miller Motorsports Porsche 963 with Vanderhelm and Frederick.
That's hilarious then, because he's in his thing. He's wearing a Porsche Penske suit.
Damn. Get pranked, actually.
So that means that they...
Get pranked. Get absolutely bamboozled.
Wait! Wait. Oh, no. You know why? He's going to... He's going to Penske next year.
There it is.
That's
okay.
why. Why is it a year early? Jesus.
Anyway, AO Racing won and LMP2. I guess. I don't know. I feel like you never have anything to say about LMP2 because they're all the Eureka prototypes and you know, bleh.
Yeah, I don't. It's for me. It's just hard to follow. I guess I don't really know. Um,
Lexus won GTD Pro.
hold up,
Vassar
hold
Sullivan
up.
Racing, followed by BMW M4 for Paul Miller, and then the Ford Mustang GT3 for Ford.
You're right. It is the JD Simulator. I don't know why. What the hell? Okay.
What?
No, I'm just saying I don't know why it says that Heinrich is Penske because you know what? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yes, it was JD Simulator number 5. I'm just a moron. Yeah,
No, you're
Rekka's
not. You
whatever.
got pranked. It was a targeted effort by the
By big
the
by
internet to
big by big
conspire against
by
you.
by big Porsche by big IMSA.
True.
What you're saying about? Oh yeah, Lexus.
Yeah, I was just running through GTD
Yeah.
Pro top three.
Yep.
Lexus, Vassar Sullivan, BMW for Paul Miller, and then Ford Mustang for Ford.
Yeah.
So one, two,
Pretty good.
three, and
Pretty good. Pretty
GTD
good.
Pro. GTD
Um,
three. I mean, sorry, just GTD, not GTD three.
GTD
GTD was won by the Manthey Porsche 911 GT3.
and P2.
Was the Wright Motorsports Porsche, including
Yes.
former prospect for F1 and then former IndyCar driver Callum Ilott. And then third place in GTD was the Aston Martin Vantage number 068.
Oh, you also forgot to mention that in Olympia 2, Pietro Fittipaldi was in it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. He didn't finish very well.
No,
But this is true. This is true.
but I believe he is a former
Hey, Paul
former Indy,
DeResta was fifth in class in
former
LMP2.
IndyCar driver, former F1 driver,
Yeah.
Pietro Fittipaldi. Sorry, just saying.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Paul di Resta.
is that Jacob Abel in third in LMP2 on that team? Former IndyCar driver.
My God, dude, it's just God, dude. Why is endurance racing where like open wheel drivers go and their careers going downhill
Well, it's
in the
because there's a
respective
lot of seats,
sports?
I feel like.
Yeah, actually, that actually probably is very true. There's actually a lot of seats in these freaking races. Oh my God, because that's yeah, 54 total cars and there's like what 3 drivers per team, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3
Yeah,
drivers for this
yeah,
race each.
that's like 150 drivers per freaking team. The hell.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
that's just
God.
IMSA. Not
Yeah,
not to
and then
mention all
there's
the wet
WEC,
seats.
and WEC
Yeah,
requires a fourth driver because of Le Mans.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Um,
Fair.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. All in all, you watched a whole lot more of this than I did, I'm sure, given I watched
Yes. Yeah.
approximately none of this race.
Yeah,
So,
I watched I
what you
watched a good
got?
chunk of it. I liked it. I genuinely I think it's just the Glen that I just love. No matter who races there, I just love watching the races there and hopefully F1
Yes,
can maybe
yeah,
make their return at some point because I would love to see them go around there. I get they'd have to make some serious upgrades, but you know, um I think every series should have a race at Watkins Glen. It's just a beautiful track. It's not like too hard of a track, but it's also not too easy of a track. Where it's a perfect medium where like you get a perfect amount of racing, and
yeah.
I love
And
it.
it's
Especially
gorgeous
with
too.
IMSA. Yeah, I've been there. My dad and my sister have driven on that track. Car broke down, but it's not because of that.
That's okay.
Coolant leak all over the track. Track was closed for like an hour so they could get that coolant up before they raced again. But
Oh,
uh, I just love it. Like I love that track. The racing there is always amazing. Doesn't matter what the series is, NASCAR or IMSA. It's just always so good.
I
So yeah, not a bad race. Porsche finally do something after their BOP rulings like a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Love to see it.
I
And
have to
Acura being
admit,
up there is sick.
I yearn to go to a race at the Glen. It's like 5 hours for me. It's not crazy. It's not too different from Pocono.
It's about five
I
hours for me
just
too.
gotta save up. Like Because
Yeah.
anytime there's a race going, just because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, like you're paying a fair amount to get up there. You're paying a fair amount to stay around there if you're there for the weekend. All of that. Versus, Pocono. The Poconos is a, as in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a vacation destination.
Philly. No, I'm just kidding.
But I would love to spend a weekend at Watkins Glen, whether for IMSA, whether for NASCAR, all of the above. We got to do that. Live show from Watkins Glen. Future goal. Write it down.
Like what Dale did at San Diego.
Maybe.
I think they had a live show there. I think.
I'm pretty sure that Dirty Mo did. Dirty Mo has had live shows at a bunch of different things. So, because they were having a live fan show. Like, I know Door Bumper Clear was having a live fan show the morning of Kyle Busch passing away. Like right before that happened, I think. Unless it was right after, but I think it was right before. At was that Charlotte? I think that was Charlotte. It's bad that I'm already forgetting.
Yeah, it's good news though. Next week, not this weekend, but next weekend, WEC is back, baby.
Let's go.
They are in, I believe, Brazil. Yeah, they're in Brazil. IndyCar is this week. NASCAR's top 2 series is this week.
F1 Academy,
yeah,
actually.
F1 Academy.
Hang on.
Yes!
Forgot they were racing at Silverstone.
You love to see it that F1 Academy is back.
And F1 Academy, they have a race, at least per my calendar, after the sprint race and eventual qualifying for F1, which means that F1 Academy has a race Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, that we can watch.
I can watch it live?
The Sunday race is 5 a.m., so that
I'm not waking
might
up
not
for that
happen.
shit, but I will. I'm not waking up for that shit, but I'll watch it after the fact.
But at least Saturday, it's at a normal time for us. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And in literally 2 weeks, Lime Rock Park race, which I'm going to, and actually, we forgot a piece of news.
Oh.
Lime Rock Park and NASCAR are the race for trucks and ARCA is not this weekend but next weekend. They opened up their paddock to general admission tickets, which they didn't do last year.
Yes.
I will be going. Listen, I've already planned this. I bought tickets plus I got the $8 cancellation you're able to cancel it and get your money back fee thing. Because I don't know if I'm getting. I feel like I'd probably find out if I got media already, but who knows if I get media? I applied. Again, who knows? So last time I didn't find out I got media until the couple days before the race weekend. So maybe that's how it would work in. I feel like it's not because it's NASCAR this time and not Trans Am, and you get everything out early. But doesn't matter what's happening. I'll be going no matter what, and I'll be having a great time. And I'll try to get some driver content while I'm there.
Let's go.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Go early, go often. I guess not often. I guess it's just the one time. But
and I'm bringing my shirt. Yeah. I got a white shirt that I brought last year that I got Tony Breidinger and Tyler Income to sign. I'm going to bring that, and I'm going to get driver content and have the drivers sign it. So by the end of the day, by the end of the weekend, I'll have a full shirt that's filled with driver signatures.
Let's go.
I think that'll be sick. And then I'm gonna frame that mother trucker. I'm gonna put that in a plastic ceiling so you can watch, see it from both sides. And I'm gonna hang it from the ceiling. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm here for it.
That is, I believe it. Yeah. Good timing. Good tangents. Final thoughts, Jack. Oh yeah. Final thoughts.
Linus coin.
Tech tips?
Linus coin.
You know we said the hard R.
Oh my god, yeah, Alex just discovered that clip yesterday. And I got to experience live.
Dude, that is the greatest thing ever.
he said nothing, actually. What happened, for those that might not be in the know,
he said the sped version of the hard
he
R, not the
well
N word hard R.
he didn't even say that, did he?
I think he said the sped version. He said the
Um,
special ed version in the clip. So he
because
said the yeah.
because yeah, in reference to that, he called that word the quote unquote hard R, as opposed
Yeah,
to what that term generally refers to.
which is the racist one.
And Luke, his co-host on the WAN show, his life and career was flashing before his eyes.
Dude is the greatest clip I've ever seen. He's like, "What? What other meaning is there? What?" It's like, God damn it, dude! Please, we need you for a little longer. Don't do it, Linus. Um, man, that was a great clip though. Germany lost.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another thing that happened. Yeah, Germany
Right before
lost.
we started recording,
Yeah,
Germany
we
lost in penalties to a team that the U.S. beat 4-1.
which means the U.S. is better than Germany, even though Germany did beat us before the World Cup started. Doesn't matter though.
Before the World Cup doesn't count.
Doesn't
They
count.
it
World Cup
because it doesn't
we,
count.
We are big game players. We are a big game team. Germany, little game players, little game team. Although Kai Havertz is a big player for a big team. Everyone
big
else,
big
not.
game,
Big game, big players, and
big game.
yeah.
Yanks. Let's go USA. We're gonna say this and we're gonna lose to Bosnia on Wednesday, but you know what? That's fine.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I saw a post on TikTok where it was like, the USA has a history of losing to teams with an "and" in their name.
Trinidad, no.
I was like, no, do not bring this back, please. No, dude, the edits that I've seen are going hard because they're all the intros, all the Trinidad and Tobago, the game that we lost to them to miss the World Cup in 2018, and I was like, oh no.
Well, it's that, and it's got to be fate that we're playing Bosnia because of that song that was going viral before of like, I am from Bosnia, take me to America.
Oh,
That song?
I did not hear that song. I didn't hear that. I don't know that song, but
go look it up. It's funny.
I do know one of their best players is American though. Well, I shouldn't say American. He's born in the U.S.
Milwaukee
I don't know if
Messi.
he doesn't consider himself American. He considers himself Bosnian, which is fair. But yeah, he's from Milwaukee, which
Well,
terrible area. But yeah,
it's from like
Wisconsin.
what, Appleton, Wisconsin, or something.
Yeah, basically Milwaukee. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see how he plays. I'm like honing in on that guy. Like I want to see how he plays because that's piqued my interest.
Revenge game against the U.S.
Literally.
Goes crazy.
Yeah, goes crazy. Dude, I saw a meme also about like Trent Alexander-Arnold's trying to come to play for the U.S. team because England left him out of their World Cup team, and it's not true. It's fake, and like he actually can't transfer teams now because he has like a crap ton of caps for England over the past couple of years. But like, I just find it so funny that fans are like, Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to the U.S. team. It's like, we don't need him. And then all the comments are like, yeah, he's gonna be our third choice right back. It's just it's a banger. Oh, dude, this World Cup has been amazing. I love it. Every time it comes around, I love it more and more. It's so great.
The vibes have been shockingly good throughout this World Cup.
Yeah, it's been very fun to watch, both from like an outsider perspective who doesn't like watch international soccer as much. I used to watch it like again back in like 2017. Back in 2017 to like 2022 through that World Cup. And then I just stopped watching this past cycle, even though Pochettino was our coach for some of it. And I regret my decision of not watching when Pochettino was our coach. He still is, and I hope he stays, but the man's got it. I mean, he took Tottenham to a Champions League final.
That's as impressive as it gets.
That might be more impressive than winning the World Cup in any country. Like Tottenham, bottom of the barrel trash. Like not literally, but like they can't. They won the Europa League like what? Not last season, but the season before. historically trophyless team. They haven't won the league since like 63 or something like that. Like it's been
Speaking
bad. Anyway,
speaking of any country,
yeah,
if I may,
yeah.
Argentina quaking in their boots because Cape
Mm.
Verde never lost in history.
Never lost. Never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost.
And they're going to continue to never lose against Argentina. I'm telling you, they're going all the way.
Is England on the other side of the bracket to us? Yeah. Mm.
They play what? DR Congo?
Yeah, I was gonna say if they play us in any round, they're losing. Again, never lost. So
Never lost. Never lost.
US have never lost to England in the World Cup. Just saying. Just
Never
saying.
lost.
Never lost. They tied us in 2022. Just saying. Streak continued. We have never lost.
Never
And
lost.
they have. I think they've only lost like we've tied like 3 games, and we've won 1, tied 3, and they have tied 3 and lost 1. I think is the. I know we've beaten them once. I think maybe twice, but again, never lost to England in the World Cup. Again, big name players for a big name team, and the U.S. is that. The U.S. is that. I don't know what to tell you. Though we actually might lose to Bosnia if we don't like get it together. Like please. What are the games tomorrow? Let's make a prediction. Let's make a prediction. What are the games tomorrow? Tomorrow is actually there's some games tonight. Literally in 3 minutes, there's Netherlands and Morocco. This is going to be posted afterward. I'm going to edit this tomorrow. But who do you think is going to win, Morocco or the Dutch?
This is kind of a tough one to me because this feels like one of the more even matchups of this round. At least odds wise, it feels like that for sure. Now, with that said, I will not pick against the Netherlands if I can help it. So,
Why?
Going with them. I don't know. There's something about the Netherlands in the World Cup that just strikes fear into my soul.
They haven't won. You know what? Fair. I mean, I'm trying to find out what the.
I mean, obviously they haven't like won the tournament, but they do seem to perform pretty well. Like, they seem to be one of those countries that performs well as a unit. Like, they have very good individual players often, and then they also combine to the sum of their they're greater than the sum of their parts.
Yeah. To be fair, Morocco made it to the semis last year, or not last year, last World Cup in 2022.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm going to go with Morocco. So that's my pick.
Right.
And then tomorrow's Cote d'Ivoire and Norway. Who do you got?
I'm sure that'll be great. I feel like Holland is a monster, and you can't pick against him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. May need to fix his posture a little bit when running because he might give himself scoliosis. But like, other than the posture, look fine. Great, amazing player.
Did you like my seated impression?
I did like.
Thank you.
It was amazing. But yeah, posture's a little bad, but that could be fixed. Still an amazing striker. Then there is France and Sweden.
France.
Yeah, fair.
By a gazillion, I dare say.
Yeah. I have Sweden because Victor Gyökeres is going to score 5, and that'll be it. The game is the game, and Victor Gyökeres is a big game player for a big game team and a big game national team. Just kidding. Respect to Victor Gyökeres, but I'm also going France. And then Ecuador and Mexico. Decently even matched. Pretty even matched, all things considered.
Yes. But home game for Mexico. And I, as awful as it is to be someone who roots for the U.S., I do hope the best for Mexico in this case. I do want them to win here.
I also agree. Not just because of one of our friends, but also because... Oh, and one of our lovers. But also because...
Well, you also have a Mexico shirt, don't you?
I do. I do have a Mexico jersey, and I love that jersey. And I do... Like... Popular to contrary belief of sports fans, I actually do support some of our enemies. And I Mexico is one of them, and I will support them unless we're directly facing. It's the same thing with England. Like unless they're directly facing us, I will most likely support them in whatever game they're in or facing. So I'm gonna go with Mexico on that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ecuador won. Like they're a good team on their own right. So
Oh yeah.
and that is that for tomorrow. What is there? Well, I
Wednesday
mean,
is the U.S. and a
Wednesday.
couple
So
others.
let's go. Let's do. Are these all?
Are we doing like the rest here?
You know what? Screw it. We're gonna do the rest. Wednesday,
Right.
England, DR Congo. I have DR Congo. The English national team is not a big game player team for big games, and DR Congo is. I said I would literally probably support England in any game that they were in, if not face the US.
Objectively, England will win. It would be really, really funny if DR Congo won.
Yeah,
Really
realistically,
funny.
England is probably going to win, but I think I think a Germany Paraguay situation could come around. If Paraguay park that bus, and I mean park it, then they might have a shot. Then Belgium Senegal. I have. You know what? Actually, you go first because I don't actually know what happened.
I have Belgium. Much like the Netherlands, Belgium is a team. Maybe it comes from watching the U.S. meet their demise against Belgium all the way back in 2014, which was kind of my formative World Cup. I believe I watched that in Turks and Caicos with my dad, and then we went and got ice cream after the U.S. lost. It was a good time. I remember it fondly, except for the U.S. losing.
Shout out Tim Howard though. That guy might be.
Yeah.
GOAT.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
No, that was
I remember like watching that game too, and he kept us in that freaking game till the very end.
just in that tournament. He was a monster.
Oh yeah, no Tim. I am so sad that Tim Howard doesn't play today. I wish he came like years later. Like if he came in now, we'd be
Yeah,
set.
that
No,
tournament right
we
now.
are winning the tournament. No, if he just was playing now, we'd win the tournament. Like it's like he's unbelievable.
But obviously Belgium has gotten old in a lot of ways. But I still am gonna go with them here.
I'm gonna go with Senegal. I think this is most likely Belgium's last World Cup with a lot of their players, and I just don't think they're gonna have it in them to get it over the hump and make it out of the round of 32.
That's fair.
It's just they haven't really been able to do it at all in any World Cup. Like this current squad, minus maybe a couple players, was their literal golden era, their golden generation, and they have done squat with it. And I think again it's gonna fall short.
And now like Courtois is 34, Lukaku is 33, right?
Yeah.
De Bruyne is 35. Like,
to be fair though, in Courtois' defense, still elite, and goalkeepers do last a lot longer than outfield players. So Courtois very much could be at the next World Cup.
Oh, for sure. And they do have guys like Doku and others that are good players.
Also, did he have his kid yet? Did he have his kid yet?
Oh shoot, I don't remember.
Because
forgot about that whole storyline.
I don't know if he's going to be there. Oh no, he returns to
he
World
returns
Cup.
to Belgium camp. Yep. Okay. He back.
Because I know that woman from was it L'Equipe? I think it's the French publication. She was like ripping into him, like men don't do anything. You're not needed. This might be the only chance you get to play in a World Cup. Fair enough. This might be the only chance he gets, but let's not act like childbirth is just like this is one of the most important days of his life. Let him leave. Like
it's the only birth of his first child he will ever get to experience.
Yes, like don't. That royally pissed me off. Anyway, after that, U.S., Bosnia and Herzegovina. I have the U.S., but I could very well see us somehow choke.
Yeah, I have the U.S., but I wouldn't be shocked if they lost. I'm also not going to not pick them.
Yeah. Then Spain and Austria. Spain started a little weary. I got Spain to go through, though.
Spain they're like favorites for a reason.
Yeah. Then there is Portugal and Croatia, and I know Portugal is decently favored, but I'm going to go with Croatia because I think Ronaldo is. If Ronaldo starts, I have Croatia. If Ronaldo's on the bench and not coming in until late in the second half, I have Portugal. I just think that he tends, at least in recent World Cups in recent years, he has tended to make mistakes that cost his team. And I think that even though he has been an amazing player in his career, Portugal play worse with him on the
Yeah.
field and better without him. And I have a feeling that if he's on the field, Croatia will end up winning 1-0. I'll just
Because
yeah.
yeah, like yes, Portugal is aging in a lot of ways, but they still have a great squad through and through. The problem
Mm-hmm.
is if you've got Ronaldo up front and he has lost several steps, he has lost feel in a lot of ways, and he plays super selfish on top of that, where he is such a detriment to the team that I could totally see them losing. I'm still going to pick them just because I think the balance of the squad is so strong, but
And that's fair.
I could very well see it because Ronaldo has really done himself no favors this tournament.
No. And to be fair, last tournament too, he just wasn't
Yeah.
good. Like you actively saw that like games that he wasn't playing or came in late, like super late in the game, Portugal were already ahead. The games that he started, he wasn't good. Um,
Yeah.
which sucks because he's an amazing player in his career, like genuinely just a wonder of football. But I can't, not right now. Algeria and Switzerland, another probably pretty equal one. I have Algeria going through with Mahrez scoring two.
Um, yeah, I'll go with Switzerland to have a point of differentiation here. I mean, I also think it's pretty evenly matched, and it's not like I feel very strongly about either one.
Yeah. Australia and Egypt is an interesting one. It's also decently even, I would say. Um, I personally would have Egypt. I think Mohamed Salah is amazing. I think the Egypt team is pretty damn good. Uh, and although I think Australia is good in their own right, I don't know. I just have a feeling they're not going to do well.
Yeah, I mean, beating Turkey was a monster result for Australia, realistically.
Yeah.
Um, Huge for them, and drawing with Paraguay, good for them as well. I just respectfully not super impressed with the Socceroos. I'd go with Egypt too.
But again, I could also see Australia going through. Like it's like again, evenly
Yeah,
matched teams. It's hard, but I just again, Egypt, their attack is actually really good. So that's the difference that I have. Argentina and Cape Verde. I have Cape Verde. No questions there. There's no chance. It's gonna be a
yes,
complete
sir.
wash. No, realistically though,
Never
it's gonna
lost.
be
Never lost.
it's gonna be Argentina.
Yeah,
They are probably gonna make their way to the World Cup final, and they
and
might even win it again.
Messi is yeah. We talked about Ronaldo losing steps, playing selfish. Messi, yes, is not the player he once was physically, maybe, but his style of walking until he runs means that he can still conserve energy well. He can still be very effective, and he is still smart, very
Hmm.
smart, in the way that he always has been. Um, Really, two very contrasting styles by the two kind of legends there. But
Yeah.
6 goals so far this World Cup,
Six goals in 3 matches. World Cup all
and,
time top scorer in both men's and women's World Cups.
and not even
Um,
really three because he came on as a sub
yeah.
against Jordan and did score, but
Hmm.
came on late
Yeah.
there.
Scored a free kick. Moved. I believe he's now second all time in free kicks scored, or maybe he already was or something. But I just know he's second all time, and I think he's 5 off of first now. So damn good player. But yeah, it's just a contract difference between him and Ronaldo. Like Messi is fine giving the ball to other players, allowing them work together. Like it just, you know, he's more of a. I'm not gonna say pass first because he definitely
Uh,
isn't. But like he's very open to like allowing other people to work in their own space.
I feel like he plays with better vision and he plays smarter.
Yeah, yeah. And then the final round of 32 game is Colombia and Ghana. I have Colombia. Just yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to discount Ghana, good
No.
team, but I also have Colombia.
Yeah. I'm also pretty biased towards Colombia. So yeah.
Hamas
But
still kicking at 34.
yeah. God, I love James Rodriguez.
Speaking of the 2014 World Cup.
Beautiful footballer, dude. Beautiful. Both handsome and good at football. So that's the pairing. Um anyway, that's it for the pod. That's our picks. This will be coming out Tuesday, the 30th. So if you're seeing this now, just know we recorded this yesterday. This will probably go out after the first, actually maybe before the first game of Cote d'Ivoire and Norway, but we'll see how my schedule
But
plays out.
we'll at least know the results of Netherlands-Morocco, which is, as we're speaking, in the 11th minute.
Yes. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Tune into our next week and peace out.